Ragazzi,
Turururururururu.
ragazzini, allora,
Hello.
come va? Come va? Come va? Come va? 1st of February,
Hello.
eh?
1st of February. Did you like February?
Yes, there is Carnival.
Yes.
Carnival.
Do you like Carnival?
Yes, I like it.
But did you
Especially,
ever, which is the last time that you got dressed?
during COVID. Can you imagine that during the pandemic, we were doing a carnival party in the hospital, but this must be this must be secret, you know.
Yeah, of course, it's secret. I mean, just between
And
us. It's
I
just,
and I was wearing the clothes of Spider-Man.
oh, che bello.
Bellissimo,
Che
Spider-Man.
bello, che bello. Don't worry, don't worry. Just between us, nobody will know except of a few people from Uzbekistan, from Hungary, from Jerusalem, New Zealand, Turkey, Nigeria, Bratislava, France, Canada, Riga, Ukraine, but Germany, Argentina, but nobody else. So don't worry.
Nobody else. Nobody else.
Nobody else.
Everybody will
Nobody
keep it
else.
secret. Yeah, of course.
Everybody will keep it secret. Yeah, 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 yeah.
E allora, where is Costantino?
Today we miss Constantinos. By the way, today I have a perfect background, I think. My background for the episode of today is wonderful.
Yeah. It's in
Yeah.
line with the topic of today, yeah?
In line, very much.
Topic for today, Sebbi.
Sebbi, show us the topic. Show us the topic.
Rainbow pattern. Is it specifically seen in Kaposi only, or it is visible in a number of different lesions? Do you love Why not?
Why not? Well, come on, why not? Let's love happy.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, it's easy. I'm an easy guy. I'm an easy guy.
Yeah, why not is a nice answer. Yeah, really, definitely. But do you think that we will? You see, we have all.
Come on. Sometimes for 9, by the way. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes for 9. Yeah.
So, guys, the point is that we miss Konstantinos, of course, today,
Yeah.
but we have a surprise.
Hey, we have a guest, right?
We have a surprise. Do you want me to show you the surprise?
Yes, please.
Wait a moment.
Yes, please.
Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Wait a moment.
Yes.
Wait a moment.
What are you doing?
Wait a moment. But wait a moment.
Yes. Oh,
No.
eccola.
Hello.
La professoressa, come
My
stai?
time to say hello to all the continents, you know. I was always jealous of you.
So, first of all, cheers.
It's great to see you, Zoe.
Cheers.
I have to find my wine. Okay.
Cheers.
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 Coca-Cola. Nisa,
No.
Coca-Cola only. No, Nisa, is
Yeah.
it Coca-Cola?
No, it's not a cola. This is a sort of cocktail my husband prepares, but I don't know what is it. Let's taste it.
But it's good. Yeah.
What a husband. He prepares your cocktail for the happy hour.
Yes.
Come on.
No, but this is in line of with what my mother is always saying. When it's time for dinner, the only thing that a man should do, he should take care of the wine. That's it. Yeah. He should open the bottle and serve the wine.
You know, that's a very, very modern, very modern, very Western modern attitude.
Very gender style. Yeah.
We love your mother anyhow.
No, my mother is the most let's say paternalistic person that I know. So she's she's not feminist for sure. No.
But let me tell you that when I asked Zoe to join, I told her, Konstantinos is not going to be next week. Do you want to join? And do you know what she said?
No.
Yes, I will do it. I will do it because I love Jeppy too much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Confess, Joy, you were the I Love Jeppy nickname last time. No,
Well, as you can see, I've taken my role very seriously. I replaced Konstantinos. I have alcohol. I'm sorry, I do not smoke. I hope he's not listening to us. So,
okay, guys, go.
Let's go. Rainbow, polychromatic pattern. Nisa, correct? That's the name of rainbow in the analytic terminology is polychromatic pattern.
Chromatic, yeah, polychromatic color chains.
Wonderful. So we will start with you, Nisa, I guess. We will see the basic information that we have about rainbow, and then we will move to Zoe. So whenever ready, you can start. We can start the discussion.
Good morning from New Zealand. Unfortunately, a bit early for a cocktail.
It's never early for a cocktail.
So can you see the screen?
Yes, go on.
Yeah. Let's go to the first slide. And this is the original paper that says rainbow pattern is observed in Kaposi sarcoma. And the study was performed by Hu et al. The dermatoscopic features of Kaposi sarcoma were first described in the study. And the common dermatoscopic feature of this study was blue-red structureless area, then rainbow pattern, then surface scale, and brown globules. And they just look at for 7 patients, but 141 lesions they analyzed, and they compared the dermatoscopic features with vascular tumors like capillary hemangioma, pyogenic granuloma, cherry angioma, angiokeratoma, portwine, and venous leg. And they say that they didn't observe rainbow pattern in any of these vascular tumors. And the second, in this study, the histopathologic correlation of this rainbow pattern was there was some vascular laminae, and they were positioned back to back and separated by endothelial cells. And in all the lesions that have rainbow pattern, they observe these histopathologic features, whereas in lesions without rainbow pattern, these histopathologic features didn't observed. And in another study by the same group, again, they looked for the rainbow pattern, and this time they observed a rainbow pattern in 36 of Kaposi sarcoma, and in any of the vascular tumors, again, they didn't observe, and they said that this pattern is completely specific to Kaposi sarcoma, and the histopathologic features were again very similar. And they tried to Cheng et al. Tried to explain the histopathologic correlation of this rainbow pattern with diffraction grading. And in the study, the formation of the rainbow pattern by vascular spaces that appear like a honeycomb arrangement positioned back to back is explained by this diffraction grading. And what is this diffraction grading? Let's try to explain according to this slide. Diffraction gratings are objects or devices with many parallel equally spaced slits through which light can pass. And these gratings reveal different wavelengths at different angles, allowing them to separate white light into its constituent colors, much like prism. And vascular spaces in Kaposi sarcoma lesions may exhibit this optical phenomenon similar to diffraction gratings. And in the study, for the first time, the findings were compared with lesion stage, and the authors said that this pattern is completely observed in nodular or tumoral Kaposi sarcoma cases. And this was also supported in Satta's study, which was published in Archives of Dermatology. And they say that similar to these vascular spaces running between spindle cells, additionally, some eosinophilic hyaline globus were detected in all lesions with a rainbow pattern, and it was suggested that these globules could create an optical phenomenon that would cause a rainbow pattern due to their structural properties. So they also agree with these vascular spaces pathologic findings, but eosinophilic hyaline globus were also additional factors that cause a rainbow pattern. And we also perform a study and publish our study in Australasian Journal of Dermatology. And we try to again look for the histopathologic correlations of this rainbow pattern in Kaposi sarcoma cases. And in our study, we just observe eosinophilic hyaline globus in all tumoral or nodular Kaposi sarcoma lesions that lead to a rainbow pattern, whereas in flat or patches, in flat lesions or patches, we never observe this rainbow pattern. And in these lesions, eosinophilic hyaline globus didn't observe, and we observe honeycomb-like vascular spaces in flat lesions. But eosinophilic hyaline globus were observed in nodular or tumoral lesions. And at the end of our study, we concluded that these structures can be the reason for this rainbow pattern. And here are some examples from our study with nodular or papillary lesions with a rainbow pattern. You can see features, there are many, rainbow pattern, rainbow pattern, rainbow pattern in our study. And histopathologically, you can see this hyaline globus, both extracellular and intracellular spaces, and there were many structures like this in nodular lesions. And here you can see extracellular hyaline globus, and here you can see intracellular hyaline globus. Again, hyaline globus with the lesions with a rainbow pattern. And here are the dermatoscopic structures in our study. And we observe this polymorphic color change or rainbow pattern in almost, here you can see 50% of nodular lesions, whereas it was 0 in patch stage lesions. And here some correlations. And we all know that maybe Zoe will show the other lesions with rainbow pattern, but I would like to show you some examples. This is a basal cell carcinoma with rainbow pattern, and this is a blue nevus with rainbow pattern, and this is another blue nevus with rainbow pattern. And here is this hemosiderotic dermatofibroma with rainbow pattern, and this patient looks like a mycosis fungoides, but you can see rainbow pattern in almost all lesions, and this was a pigmented lichen planus. Again, another case of lichen planus with rainbow pattern. They're all skin of color patients. I think the main differential diagnosis is rainbow Kaposi sarcoma is venous ectagic lesions, and you can see this, they all have a rainbow pattern. It's very interesting to see. I always take a biopsy from these lesions, but histopathology was just ectasia changes, and they are all venous stasis. And here you can see some lesions looking like Kaposi sarcoma. Let's have a look at this very beautiful rainbow pattern. Again, they are all venous ectasia changes, you can see. And this is an interesting case. This was on the bottom, on the sole of the patient, and there was a rainbow pattern. But when I tried to remove the scale, the crust around the surface, you can see the glass. It was stuck on the feet, and the patient didn't remember this. So this is a true reflection pattern. So this is a beautiful rainbow pattern. And this is pyogenic granuloma. Again, pyogenic granuloma with rainbow pattern, pyogenic granuloma. And this is a scar tissue, and it's also very common in scar tissue. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Brava, Nisa, brava.
Fantastic, fantastic. So first of all, I would say that we all agree that rainbow is a nice metaphor.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Definitely.
we vote for it. We vote for it.
Convincing one.
Even Nisa, when she was speaking instinctively, she was using, repeatedly the term rainbow, and she not even once did
Mentioned
she say
polychromatic.
polychromatic appearances.
Yeah, but the name of the episode is Rainbow.
Yeah. Second, shame on me. If you asked me before the episode who described first the rainbow pattern, I would say I have no idea. And now that Nisa showed this group of Taiwan that they first described it, I have to admit that I didn't know. Did you?
No.
No.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this was a very, very nice invention.
Yeah.
Zoe, what are you going to show us?
Well, I'm gonna show you, let's say, a few cases, but also I will analyze a paper that we recently published with Dr. Karabinis, Manos Karabinis, with this beautiful romantic title, Chasing Rainbows. So,
There is a question, but I think we can take the question afterwards because
yes,
the two presentations are very
very similar.
related.
Yes,
Very
related.
similar.
Can you tell us in which journal your paper was published, Zoe?
We will see in a minute. You will see. I will show the paper to you, and it's open access, so you can read it. It was not in DPC. I'm sorry, Jeppy. No, it was not my fault. So, chasing rainbows, and we will start with the patient number 1. And I want your help, guys, because now it's my first time in Dermoscopy Happy Hour. So I will ask questions to you, and you have to reply. Okay? So, 82-year-old male patient, lesion on the left foot, duration 11 months. And what is your diagnosis? First, let's see dermoscopy. And my question is, do you recognize a rainbow pattern here?
Yes.
Yes.
Clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Lower part.
Yes.
So based on what we said, and also the localization conforms a little bit with Kaposi sarcoma. Would be Kaposi sarcoma your preferable diagnosis?
The point is that it's a solitary lesion, I suppose, and therefore this is putting a question mark on the diagnosis of Kaposi sarcoma.
Of course, you have to consider all the details and all the pieces of the puzzle to diagnostically approach the patient. But indeed, given that, let's say, the polychromatic pattern is more usual, is more common in Kaposi sarcoma could be a nice option here.
Yeah.
But
by the way, in the chat, just for monitoring the chat, most answers, sorry, are for pyogenic granuloma. There is also an answer for coma.
But it's too old. The alternative to Kaposi is only melanoma, in my view.
I think this is impossible to say that this is a pyogenic granuloma or Kaposi sarcoma. We need to take a biopsy here because there are many similar cases.
Yes, and in this scenario, we have the periphery, which is somehow misleading for pyogenic granuloma.
The kind of color, kind of color.
Yeah, actually, in our study, we have a lot of Kaposi sarcoma with colorate.
Yes. So actually the real question in this scenario, as Jeppy said, this is a single lesion. So practically speaking, the question should be, would you immediately excise this lesion, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. This is what
yes.
And in fact, this was a nodular melanoma. Jeppy was correct, and was very thick also. Patient number 2.
By the way, before you go, patient number 2, this is what I frequently like to remind every time I'm speaking about acral melanoma, that we are stuck on the idea and the notion of acral lentiginous melanoma, which is, of course, the most frequent type of acral melanoma. But look at this one. Come on. There is nothing lentiginous here. No. It's a very aggressive, purely nodular melanoma, I would say. Yeah. So we should remember that.
And I forgot to mention that there are satellite metastasis in
Yeah,
those
yeah, they're
polarities.
visible satellites. If you can see the arrows, they're
Yeah,
visible satellites. Yeah.
Let's move to patient number 2. Here we see again a nodule, similar localization. And based on dermoscopy, what is our diagnosis? Pyogenic granuloma, poroma, melanoma, Kaposi sarcoma.
same.
Again, a single lesion. In the list of differential diagnosis, we have the same problem again.
But
And
more on
in
the
fact,
side of Kaposi because there is just a vascular morphology here, nothing pigmented at all.
In the chat, I have to say that there are also a lot of answers for poroma. Many votes for poroma, of course, also for Kaposi.
But there is no vessel for poroma. Let's have a look at what this is.
In poroma may be, I mean,
I think can be possible.
anything impossible. Wonderful. Okay.
And we
Then-
did excise the lesion, and in fact, it was a Kaposi sarcoma.
Kaposi.
Very easy. Okay. Well, this is the paper I was talking about. You can find it in dermatopathology. This is a literature review paper. This was an idea of Dr. Karabins, which is the first author. And apropos of 2 cases of ours with the rainbow pattern in entities that are completely different than Kaposi sarcoma, we did this literature review and we found out a huge diverse list of entities that can present with the rainbow pattern. I will not go in analytically because I have a few cases to show you. And here is one of the cases that it is included also in the study. It is an aneurysmal dermatofibroma. And if we have in mind what Nisa showed us for histopathology of Kaposi sarcoma, I think this kind of aneurysmal vessels together with the dense histiocytic proliferation maybe resembles, let's say, the histology of Kaposi, and this is why we see the same pattern also in aneurysmal dermatofibromas. Sometimes also in basal cell carcinoma, we can see areas with polychromatic pattern. We know that basal cell carcinomas are very vascular tumors with dense, sometimes dense nests of neoplastic cells. And maybe this also create a difference in textures and this penetration of the polarized light through different textures and also the presence of the vessels and the presence of hemosiderin deposition and melanin could create this polychromatic pattern also in basal cell carcinomas. But we also found that there are publications in the literature with inflammatory lesions displaying the same pattern, especially in dark skin population, as already Nisa commented on.
But why here? Why in lichen planus there is this rainbow pattern? Is it again explained by some kind of vascularization?
No, actually,
probably
no.
not.
We don't have this kind of vascularization in lichen planus. Maybe
I think the skin of color, maybe.
Yes, maybe the color of the skin and maybe the proliferation of the epidermis and hypergranulosis in combination with dermal fibrosis could create this kind of pattern. But also in my practice, my clinical practice, also I have seen cases with extragenital sclerosis displaying the same pattern, and also necrobiosis lipoitica in dark skin population on the legs. And this could be also in combination with the stasis phenomena of the lower legs, because in this study we tried to identify reasons that could explain a predisposition of lesions to develop this pattern. And actually acral and extremities localization was one of them.
Yeah.
And here you can see this list actually, the localization of the extremities, the nodular morphology, the fibrotic dense impalpation composition, vascularization. We know that all this aneurysmal stuff can create this polychromatic pattern, skin pigmentation, and also thick deep lesions could also result in the same rainbow pattern.
Yeah.
These are predisposing factors for the presence of polychromatic pattern, and we should always consider that if we see a lesion like this, it's not by definition a Kaposi sarcoma.
Yeah.
I'm happy that Denisa explained the physics behind this phenomenon because I'm not good in physics at all. Thank you, Nisa. And now, what is your diagnosis? We can recognize again polychromatic pattern. What do you think?
Yeah.
You know the case, Zepi.
know the
But this is a very famous case of Jeppy.
Yes.
It was basically
A glass again?
no. It's a Merkel cell.
Yes, it's a Merkel cell
Ah,
carcinoma.
Merkel cell.
It's
Wow.
it's a very old case, by the way, very old, like more than 10 years ago. And it was, I remember that for years when we wanted to, in lectures, to say a word about Merkel cell carcinoma, we always use this image because we didn't have many. By the way, now we do. But yeah, that was very famous because we showed it so many times.
Yeah.
And we go to two teaching points from my side. One is that the rainbow pattern is not pathognomonic of Kaposi sarcoma and can be seen in diverse benign and malignant tumors and other entities, inflammatory entities. And I agree totally with Emilios that the metaphoric language should be used in this particular pattern feature. And the teaching point number 2 is that we must not mess with nodular lesions. They can be a killer tumor. Of course, we enjoy to discuss these, issues. How would you like to vote? Is it a Kaposi? Is it a poroma? Is it whatever? For teaching purposes and to analyze lesions like this. But first, we have to excise the nodule. And this is what I want to share with you.
The discussion should be done with the lesion being in the bottle.
In the bottle, excised. Yes, yes, exactly.
No, I agree completely. I agree completely. And by the way, yeah, there was exactly a question that Nisa answered already. We recommend biopsy of any solitary nodular lesions showing rainbow pattern, especially because the diagnosis can be completely unsure, definitely.
And the first example that Zoe showed us is very dramatic because it was a nodular melanoma and breast of thickness was 12 millimeter. It's an amazing case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is also a nice, let's say, a comment of Rodolfo in the knee. So a Merkel cell in the knee. So basically, we recognize two phenotypes of Merkel cell carcinoma. One is the most typical one, sun-induced head and neck region, very elderly patients and so on. But there is another phenotype of a younger man, especially men in the there is a gender predominance in men, and they are younger, and the lesions are located anywhere else. So especially on the lower or upper extremities, but especially lower extremities. And of course, this might be related to the polyoma virus more than the sun-damaged skin.
Yeah. Merkel, by the way, is an interesting topic. Maybe we should put it in the list for upcoming episodes.
Merkel, nice topic.
So it appears that the rainbow is such a nice metaphor that we love, but unfortunately, it does not appear to be specific pattern at all.
Can I tell you which one is the most common alternative to Kaposi? In my experience, at least in my experience, of course, I mean, here we see a typical Kaposi with a beautiful rainbow. But can you imagine? I mean, look at this lesion; it's so ugly, clinically and also dermoscopically. First of all, do you see a rainbow here?
With some imagination, yes.
Yeah, if you want to see a rainbow, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, with all our surprise, and it was very good for the patient, this was a completely benign tumor. And in my experience, this is the second most common lesion showing rainbow pattern, which is hemosiderotic or aneurysmal dermatofibroma. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Cases, I mean, in which really this, I found also this paper particularly interesting. Again, I suppose from Turkish people, right?
Yeah,
Nisa?
Turkish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they mentioned the, I mean, rainbow can be seen in many other lesions. And look at this other example. Here you see newly appearing nodule. And here it's much more clear that you have a rainbow pattern. And again, this is a hemosiderotic dermatofibroma. I found also this this case report nice. I mean, from the Spanish guys, and as you mentioned, BCC is also showing, by the way, rainbow patterns. Sometimes blue nevi, as you said, Nisa. But in my view, dermatofibroma is quite often, when it's hemosiderotic,
Hemosiderotic.
showing.
Dermatofibroma is the king. Yeah. Okay, first of all, we have to release Zoe because she has something else to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zoe. Thank
I
you.
was super happy to join you. Thank you.
You can join us more often.
Great cases.
So I
With
think so.
cases, I can send cases if you like. So, enjoy the rest of happy hour, and I was really excited to join you. It was a nice moment for me. Thank you. Bye.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.
Thank you so much. There is a question in the is Merkel carcinoma the most common non-Kaposi malignancy that we can observe rainbow? Is there such evidence? Well, evidence, no. Estimation, well, maybe BCC is the most frequent because it's very frequent. So in a small proportion of BCCs we see it, but since BCCs are so many, the absolute number might be higher. In terms of frequency per tumor, I would say that the second should be, reasonably speaking, angiosarcoma, that I would expect to see something similar. But of course, angiosarcoma is not frequent.
Difficult to say.
Yeah, difficult to say. Yeah, difficult to say. Yeah. We have a request in the chat, but Zoe, I will say to Zoe later. We want Prof. Apal as a permanent guest.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
That's
The family is growing. The family is growing.
it's a public request. It didn't come by us. It came by the public. Okay.
And Emilos, there was a question again in the chat, and someone was asking vascular ectasia is like most soft when comparing with Kaposi sarcoma. Yes, it's true because it's blood. When you press over the surface, it's generally soft. Maybe the best way to differentiate is the palpation.
Wonderful. Okay, let's see some more cases now. Let's try to involve also a little bit the audience, because anyhow it's a guessing game. Come on, we already realized that in lesions like this it's extremely tough, if not impossible, to have a specific diagnosis. But since we agree that the lesion will go anyhow in the bottle, then we can play.
Young guy or young girl.
Yeah, not so young, but not very old, like 50, something like this, I would say. Okay, so the lesion is in the bottle on the way to the histopathologic laboratory. So let's play a little bit. Let's see in the chat the answers. I already saw Spitz, myxoid cyst, melanoma, Kaposi. Come on, faster. Spitz, BCC, dermatoinoma, Spitz. I see a predilection for Spitz. I see a trend for Spitz. Yeah. By the way, can we say something based on the morphology? I would say no. We see the
No.
white shiny lines. We see kind of rainbow. It's not clear if there are vascular areas. It's not clear if there are vessels. So extremely difficult to select to make a decision. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Roma, why not?
For Roma, why not? Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's the bad scenario. Unfortunately, it's the bad scenario. Yeah. Which is not an issue if we mean what we said earlier, that all these lesions should go in the bottle. And this discussion should be done just for training purposes, for educational purposes, but not affecting the clinical management and the clinical decisions that should be clear cut. So nodular melanoma, completely amelanotic, and yeah, really tough case. Second example. Here, maybe we can see a little bit more. Don't you agree? We can see already clinically a scar-like appearance, of course, with a blue, with a nodular part, but there is definitely a scar-like appearance. So
Melanoma metastasis.
melanoma metastasis. Yeah, melanoma here.
Looks
Yeah, of course, now
very
you were
popular. Yeah.
you were afraid because of my previous case. So if the previous one was a melanoma, then this one should definitely be.
But we can add BCC, we can add whatever. What else?
That pinkish part is scar, isn't it,
The
Emilios?
big part is a scar. Yeah, I mean scar-like. If not a scar, it's scar-like.
Scar-like.
Which might make you think of something else that I didn't see at all in the chat. Dermatofibroma. I just saw from Alexandra, by the way, dermatofibroma as an option. Of course, if it is a dermatofibroma, it's going to be a very strange one with this aneurysmatic part being eccentrically located. So definitely a lesion that merits to be biopsied. Aneurysmal dermatofibroma. Respect to aneurysmal dermatofibroma. Do you agree?
Respect. Great respect.
Yeah.
Respect. Respect. Very good. Very good. Of course, only an histopathologic diagnosis. And that's another example of what? What do you think it is? I think that the clinical is much more helpful than dermoscopy here. BCC. That's a BCC
Yeah.
from a clinical point of view, clear cut. In dermoscopy, it's a little more complicated because of the ulceration, because of the white clots. But yeah, it's another example of a BCC with this intense vascularity that gives the impression of an aneurysmal, of a rainbow pattern somehow. Okay, wonderful BCC. Next one,
Oh,
a very
great
nice,
one.
very nice
Very
rainbow.
beautiful.
Yeah, very beautiful rainbow, together with blood crusts.
Pyogenic granuloma.
Pyogenic granuloma should be, or at least that's our wish. Of course, melanoma is the main differential. For Kaposi, yeah, could be, but don't you think that it's too exophytic for a Kaposi?
Too much for Kaposi.
But of course, in the game, could be an option. By the way, pyogenic granuloma, thank God, that was the optimistic scenario that also the majority of the people, I think, that voted for this. Next one, a more dark lesion. Here we don't see so much the vascular colors, not much red. Dermatofibroma.
Blue nevus or BCC
BCC.
or blue nevus.
Blue nevus.
Blue nevus, yeah. I see dermatofibroma mainly, ecstatic vein, melanoma, blue nevus, ecstatic vein, blue nevus melanoma. So
Where is this? Is this
very
leg?
leg.
Ah, vascular ectasia.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that there are here also some purple clods, if I can see well, but yeah, dermatophylloma is definitely an option because there is a kind of network at the periphery here, so it could be. Anyhow, we agree that we want to excise it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Angioma.
Hmm.
Angioma.
Ah.
Yeah, good news. Good news. Angioma, ectasia, now it's not easy to say precisely, but vascular thing, okay? And another example again of another pyogenic granuloma. We could show many examples of pyogenic granuloma with a pattern like this, with white shiny lines and occasionally also rainbow pattern. But the problem is that look at these three lesions, how similar they are, ugly all of them.
Yeah.
White shiny
Yeah.
lines, all of them, vascular component in all of them, but two of them are purely benign, and one of them is a bad melanoma. And they are so similar. That's why we should not play at all in the clinical practice with these diagnoses. We should do our discussions with the lesions in the bottle. Yeah, the third, you are correct.
The one in the middle.
No, the third is the melanoma. The people in the chat
The third.
found it, yeah. So the one on the right-hand side is the melanoma, but come on, it's scary how similar the lesions are. So that's why we should follow the rule without exceptions, and we should not feel bad at all if we shave or excise a lesion and it comes back as a pyogenic granuloma. It's absolutely fine, absolutely fine. I mean, there is nothing else we should do. So that was a
Anyway,
4.5.
pyogenic granulomas are bleeding lesions, should be excised anyhow. So,
Anyhow, absolutely. Wonderful. That's what I told you before. Theoretically speaking, this should be the second most frequent malignant tumor with a rainbow. It's angiosarcoma. Theoretically, since angiosarcoma is a vascular tumor, it's expected that we would see this combination of purple, white, blue, so kind of rainbow. In this case, I think we can see it more or less. So that's an angiosarcoma.
And also pleomorphic sarcoma has rainbow pattern. Pleomorphic sarcoma.
Pleomorphic sarcoma, yeah, the previously called malignant fibrous cystocytoma. Yeah. And finally, that's I don't think that you could find this diagnosis. Do you want to try? You have to try to do many options because it's impossible to find it with the first and the second.
okay, so I
Go.
don't challenge.
No, I mean, you will find it eventually. You will say all the malignant tumors that you know, and eventually you're going to find it.
Pleomorphic sarcoma.
No,
So it's not a sarcoma.
it is
It is a
It
sarcoma.
is.
somehow.
Okay. So
It's a dermatofibrosarcoma protuberans.
Really? Wow.
Yes, at
Never
a
seen.
strange location and
Yeah, it's true.
kind of
And
peculiar,
clinical also. Yeah, it's a very interesting case.
but with a kind of rainbow pattern. Fantastic. Okay, and this is of course Kaposi. Look here, my nice panel of photographs from Kaposi sarcoma with many rainbows. By the way, is your eye attracted by any of these 20 photographs? Is there one peculiar photograph that attracts you for some reason? Do you see anything, any peculiar shape, anything that reminds you something else?
Heart shape.
this in the middle.
In the
bottom.
middle, yeah, this one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, come on,
Ah,
come on. How does it?
ET. ET.
It's looking like this for me.
Ah,
Yeah.
No, it's
it's
the,
so cute.
the vision is much more sympathetic.
The region is much more sympathetic, but okay, could be. Yeah, to me it's a little bit scary, the lesion. I don't like it too much. Last case. What's your diagnosis? Lesion on the nail with a rainbow pattern or not? Huh?
Yeah, there is a rainbow.
Yeah.
There is a rainbow pattern. Yeah, located on the lunula. You can see that it has also changed a little bit the shape of the lunula.
Yeah.
Diagnosis is written.
Glomus tumor is
Glomus or blue nevus? Which one?
glomus tumor is a suggestion by the in
Uh-huh.
the chat, but onychomatricoma. Well, onychomatricoma should extend across the nail plate. Should arrive until the proximal, until the
I
distal.
think this
Oh,
blue
blue
nevus.
nevus. It's a blue
Myxoid
nevus. You're
tumor.
right. You're right. It's a blue nevus.
Mixed.
One
Yeah.
of the very, very few and rare cases of blue nevi.
Diagnosis is written on the slide.
It's written. Sorry. Oh. Good. Doesn't matter. Wonderful. Okay, basta with the rainbows. We saw many.
Many rainbows, many. Wonderful. Sebino.
Sebastiano.
A video for us. Un video per noi. Ah. But we have no sound. Very happy. Are you happy? Ah, bene.
Question
Allora,
Q&A. Do you ever curettage pyogenic granuloma always excise? Well, no, of course. When we say excise, we don't mean that you have to do elliptical excision. You just have to do any kind of excision, including shave, and then, of course, curettage to stop the bleed. All the Kaposi sarcoma photos are in white skin. Is dermoscopy the same in darker skin types? I think so, but Nisa, can you give any insights here?
Yeah, actually, in skin of color, rainbow pattern is much more colorful. Especially the bluish color is much more prominent. It's completely different.
okay. Yeah, a lot of colors
In white skin, in fair
A lot
skin
of
type,
colors.
it's much more pinkish.
Yeah. Bene. Sebi, but do you have any case for us?
Just one.
Just one. Okay.
The case and this.
Ah,
What's
this
that?
is the
This
part.
is Spider-Man.
And Sebi is on the left. Is on my
Right.
right? Yeah.
So
yeah.
this is the festival photo during COVID time.
Exactly.
Ah,
This was
great surprise, Sebi.
Carnival 2021. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, this case
Daria,
from
Daria.
Daria.
Daria again. Thank you.
Starting with a question. What kind of dermatosis is this? This is the resolution about 9 months after methotrexate.
Methotrexate. Okay.
Do you have idea?
So Then if he or she took methotrexate, it could be psoriasis, it could be
Well, many things.
Lichen planus.
yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
There is also a video.
Okay.
This is the one with white scar like area at the center.
An
In
idea?
the chat we have answers for lymphomatoid papulosis,
Yeah.
pityriasis,
Lymphomatoid papulosis.
Okay.
orokeratosis grover.
So go to the solution.
Okay.
Lymphomatoid papulosis or
This was
Starting
DLE,
like this.
okay.
discoid lupus erythematosus.
Oh,
Sarcoidosis.
orange
Yeah.
color. Orange color.
Sarcoidosis.
Nice. The video. Another.
Ooh.
Papillary sarcoidosis.
Sarcoidosis.
Yeah. Because sarcoidosis, you see the white shine line is changing
Okay.
Yeah.
and finish.
Bravo, bravo. Quindi sarcoidosis was the final diagnosis. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice case.
Very
Congratulations.
Very nice. Very nice.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
And what about Penelope?
Penelope is coming, but don't we have a second video?
Oh, no. After Penelope.
After Penelope. Okay.
Always to make videos before Penelope, but it's yeah.
Okay. Penelope, of course. Come on. Of course we have Penelope. Without Penelope, no party. No Penelope, no party.
Yeah.
No
We are
Penelope
incomplete.
party. We are incomplete. Yes. Cherry for Nisa. Cherry red. 74-year-old. No medical history.
Merkel
Merkel cell carcinoma. Yes, I agree. Rapidly growing nodular lesion on the nose.
Merkel
Yeah, white shiny lines.
Yeah.
Purplish.
Yeah, there are. Yeah. Diagnosis, Merkel cell.
Merkel
Only Merkel cell.
Only.
Okay, very good, guys. Wow, that's impressive. Merkel cell.
Wow. Brava Nisa.
Merkel cell, yeah, with white shiny lines, and some vessels, of course, and this milky red background. Very good. Next one, strawberry vanilla. Strawberry vanilla. Okay, flat, 71-year-old, first dermatological examination, large lace pink lesion on the shoulder, few scales,
BCC.
kind of kind of fibrosis, erosions. Yeah, okay.
Erosions. BCC.
Polarization, a lot of white shiny lines. What's your diagnosis? You want to say anything else other than BCC?
No.
No.
Only BCC. Again, you go with only one diagnosis. So polymorphic vascular pattern, eccentric structureless areas, abundant white shiny polarizing structures, in situ melanoma. Hai capito.
That's multifocal erosions.
Capito. Yeah.
This is very unexpected.
Yeah, great case.
In fact, the erosions are very, very misleading here because they.
Yeah, very misleading. That's why we say basal cell carcinoma.
Yeah. And the white shiny lines anyhow can be seen in both, so it's not. Tough case of a melanoma in situ.
This is but this is something important, to remind and to remark, namely the fact that we need biopsy before doing an eventual alternative treatment for superficial BCC when the diagnosis is not 100% sure, because otherwise we could make a big mistake.
Yeah. That's of course yeah, tough to say when you are sure and when you're not sure, but yeah.
I mean, it's
This should be the message. I agree that this should be the message. But when you're not sure,
Yeah.
you should biopsy first before using cryotherapy. Okay, next one, salmon. Salmon on the nose. Salmon on the nose, 84 years old, solitary,
salmon.
unknown duration on the nose.
Yeah,
Orange,
orange. Of course, it could be sarcoidosis. It could be granulomatous rosacea, maybe.
Yeah.
Could be
Also quite a lot of plugs.
Yeah.
Granuloma
Lead.
faciale.
Granuloma faciale.
Granuloma faciale.
Faciale.
It's also possible.
Yeah.
LED.
Lupus. Well, yeah. No scales, but yeah. Large follicular
ECCO.
orange salmon background, irregular linear branched vessels, linear white shiny polarizing structures, lymphoma. Lymphoma, marginal zone lymphoma.
Of course, lymphoma can be orange as well.
Yeah.
Of course, lymphoma can be orange.
Correct.
Yeah. The plugging is here a little bit misleading, which is too intense, but yeah, might happen. Anyhow, it's not a stressful case because that you would biopsy anyhow here. It's not an issue. Okay, then pink. That's a pink, well demarcated lesion, 59 years old, light phototype, solitary nodule for 3 months on the cheek. That's the dermatoscopic morphology. You see the vessels, they are many but small. So I would say we, first of all, exclude basal cell carcinoma immediately.
Yeah.
We remain with the rest, and the rest is squamous cell carcinoma. It's yeah. What else? Any optimistic option like keratinizing thing?
No, I cannot be optimistic here.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anyway, we need to take a biopsy here.
Yeah, of course, we biopsy, of course, definitely. Anything else except of squamous cell, which is the first?
I hate cases in which there is so much morphology and you still don't know what it is.
Yeah, because you see only the vessels, and the only safe conclusion is that we are going far away from basal cell carcinoma, most probably. Anything else could be also an adnexal.
The dominant vascular pattern is dotted vessels, so it couldn't be a basal cell carcinoma. Melanoma then.
Yeah, melanoma is in the game, of course. Anyhow, here the answer is the reasonable one. So the most frequent of these malignant tumors, which is squamous cell carcinoma. The interesting thing is there are very evident white shiny lines, as you can see here, which in squamous cell carcinoma we don't see them so often. So pink background, polymorphous vascular pattern, linear white shiny polarized structures. Poorly differentiated.
Surprise.
That's a surprise. I agree. That's a surprise.
Yeah.
If you asked me, I would say that this should be well differentiated based on what I see, but it's poorly differentiated. And finally, circle, 76 years old, transferomatic lesion on the leg. Do you see?
Porokeratosis.
Yeah. Periphery. Yes.
For the double rim.
Yes. Should be porokeratosis. White shiny polarizing structures. Correct. There are some.
Yeah.
There are some. Obvious porokeratosis, and there is an extra case gifted for me specifically, but it's unbelievable that Penelope has at least one case of everything. Whatever you ask, think about something. Do you want to see, I don't know, a basal cell carcinoma with a hair tufted hairs coming from inside? She will find. So in the previous episode, I showed several benign tumors with white shiny lines, and they said that we didn't find not even one solar lentigo with white shiny lines. And then Penelope said, no, there is a solar lentigo with white shiny lines, and I have it, and I'm sending it to you.
That's that.
Yeah, she's right. There are some white shiny lines in this solar lentigo. So everything is possible. Everything
Traumatic
is
solar lentigo.
yeah. Even the most unlikely things eventually may be possible. Fantastico. Sebastiano.
Fantastic.
Sebastiano.
Fantastico.
Sebastiano.
What's that?
Dear dermatology wizards, welcome to the Photo Finder Life Academy in London, where science meets magic. On December 6th, step through the magical portal to the prestigious Mayfair Hotel and uncover the mysteries of skin. Prepare to be spellbound by two legendary masters of dermoscopy, Professor Giuseppe Argenziano and Professor Emilio Slavas. They'll unlock their most guarded secrets to help you master the art of dermoscopy. And after a day of spellbinding knowledge, it's time to trade your lab coats for wizard robes and celebrate at the party of the year, everybody. Because at Photo Finder, we believe dermatology isn't just about diagnosis. It's about making magic together. Spaces are limited, so don't wait. Register now to experience the magic of dermoscopy in the heart of London, everybody.
He's completely crazy, I can tell you.
So, I mean, I think that he also thinks by himself everything. So the scenario, the execution,
The story.
Yes, director, let's say, everything, I suppose. Bene, 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 bene.
Fantastico. Okay, time to go.
Time
Or
Kahoot,
you want
right?
something? You want the Kahoot? Okay.
Come on.
If you want the Kahoot,
Try to exercise.
if you want the
Difficult
Kahoot,
or easy, Amelios?
what? What?
Is it
What?
difficult or easy?
No, it's not. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. I think it's not difficult. Well, always there is, a degree of. Let me share sound. Okay, share. Okay, good. There we go.
Amelios, I think one day we need to make a Kahoot with Pascal's cases and see who is the winner.
With Pascal's cases. Yeah.
Good idea. Good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Even if they have been shown, doesn't matter. I mean, they are. Yeah, I agree.
He or she will be the super champion, super winner.
Let's go.
Ready to join. I will join as well.
Do you hear the music?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Perché no?
Yes.
We have only Ioana and Cleo. No, we have more.
I never hear the music. I don't know why.
No, but if JP hears the music, it means that it works.
Rainbow.
Yeah, it's worked.
Rainbow, pink. Okay, I start because we have this usual problem. Everybody will appear later on. Episode 7 of season 4. That's the first lesion. Do you like it? On the ear, here, earlobe? On
Yeah.
the earlobe. Yeah? Nice. Yeah. Good. That's dermoscopy.
Okay.
What okay? I mean, what's that? Do you know what's that?
Yeah, come on. No way there is something different than what I expect.
Really? Okay, then vote. This lesion was excised. Diagnosis: dermal nevus, basal cell carcinoma, melanoma, squamous cell, seborrheic keratosis, or collision tumor.
Dermal nevus BCC collision.
I think we will have only 25 correct answers. Only 25.
Really?
Yes.
So you mean that it's not a dermal nevus?
96.
Come on, clearly.
Ah,
Not bad.
We are good guys, Emilio. Come on.
Okay.
I thought that dermal nevus BCC collision.
Fantastico. Koch, Evie, and Lolek in the first three places. Second question. Look at these two lesions, left and right.
See?
Are you ready?
See?
Okay. That's the dermoscopy.
See?
And the question for you is the following. Which is seborrheic keratosis? None. A, B, both. Both. Ah,
Look,
Bravo, bravo.
very good. Very good. Both are seborrheic keratosis. Excellent. Lolek, Kaposi, and Evie, the first places.
respect rainbow.
Next question with the same lesions. In which lesion there is also a molluscum? None, A, B, or both? And now I did a mistake while creating the Kahoot, but these things happen in a live show. I understood it when
It's
I
beautiful.
understood.
It's
It's
beautiful.
B. The correct answer is B, but it's B. But for some reason, while making the Kahoot, I also clicked probably on the answer both. I apologize, but I cannot correct it now, so you have to accept it. By the way, the molluscum was just here, as you can see. And
That's a great case. Amazing. Really.
yeah. Nice. So what happened here, given the mistake that I did, is that Sipus is in the first place, Kapos in the second, and Envy in the third. Next one. Same lady, one lesion on the cheek, the other lesion on the chest. You can see the clinical morphology of both. You can now see dermoscopy of both. And the question for you is the following. Which is malignant? None. A, B, or both?
This is super hard.
I have a rule that I will tell you afterwards if it's true, by the way, from this case.
Ravi, I thought it was much more difficult.
I think it's difficult.
Yeah.
Wow.
My
B.
rule is
I thought that
completely...
the second one was a keratocantoma.
Yes. It's a squamous cell carcinoma. Yeah, keratoacanthoma. But the first one is what then?
Then it's
Inverted follicular keratosis.
Yes, seborrheic keratosis. Yeah. Seborrheic keratosis. Very good, fantastic. So, but which is your rule, Jeppy?
No, I don't tell you because it's completely wrong from this.
Okay. Say it in the occasion of a lesion that is gonna work. So
Yeah.
okay, EV is in the first place, Kaposi in the second, and the shiny one in the third, which brings us to the last case for today, which is this one.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. Okay. Which is this one.
Okay.
Okay.
And the question is, true or false, that simply seborrheic keratosis.
Certainly.
$95 correct.
113 correct. That's simply a seborrheic keratosis. And let's see what happened. So finally, it was an easy Kahoot comparing to others, no?
Almost.
No, it's not an easy Kahoot. The last question was easy.
Comparing to others. Okay, what happened here is that in the third place we have for tonight Rainbow.
Oh,
Second place, the shiny one. And first place goes to Kaposi.
bravo!
Grande. Kaposi rainbow is the shiny one. One is marvelous clear.
Who is Kaposi? Kaposhi.
That is for a photo. I will make a screenshot. No, the screen should be photographed. I mean, very nice names.
Really?
Wonderful.
Bene. Who is Kaposi? Andan Mart is Kaposi.
Who is Kaposi?
Andan.
Andan.
Handan Mart. Hi, Handan. Show up.
Handan. Please come, Handan.
Wonderful.
Handan was my resident. Now she's
Really?
coming to our university.
Really?
Bravo.
Yeah. And we are very happy.
Nice.
We are going to work together.
Hello, Handan.
Great. Very good job.
I remember you as
Congratulations. So, Handan, you think finally that the Kahoot was easy or difficult?
I think it's difficult.
It's difficult, but still you were able to win among 200 people. So that's great.
I'm
Congratulations.
lucky, I think.
Handan, we want to see you. Please open your camera.
Hocam.
Well, come on. She didn't expect to win. Hello.
Yes.
Brava.
She's always very successful, very brilliant, very
Brava,
intelligent.
brava. Wonderful.
Because of you.
Very good.
Bene ragazzi. Thank you all for being with us.
Thank you so much.
See
See
you
us
Sunday.
one next time.
See you next Sunday. Mi raccomando. Baci.
Take care. Bye. Thank you all.
Bye.
Now you, JP.
I love you.
I love you, JP. So
Love you.